What if some Pokémon weren't just part of an ecosystem, but the ecosystem itself? Not something that lives on the land, but something the land depends on. Because when you look closely at certain Pokémon, you start to realize something strange. Some don't just survive their environment, they control it. Take Torterra. At first glance, it looks like a creature, a massive, slow-moving organism, heavy, grounded, ancient. But if you observe it longer, you begin to notice something else. Its back isn't just a shell, it's a soil. Not decorative, not symbolic, actual functioning soil. Grass grows from it. Trees take root in it. Entire microhabitats exist on its surface. And that changes everything. Because that means Torterra isn't just alive, it's supporting life. From a biological perspective, that raises a serious question. Is Torterra an organism or an ecosystem? Because in nature, those are usually separate. But here, they're combined. If Torterra's back contains real soil, then it must regulate moisture, nutrients, and temperature. Otherwise, nothing could survive on it. That suggests its body functions almost like a closed ecological system. The trees on its back would need water, which means Torterra likely stores water internally and releases it slowly through its shell, almost like a living irrigation system. And the roots wouldn't just sit there. They would interact with the shell itself, possibly forming a symbiotic connection. The plants survive because of Torterra, but Torterra may also benefit from them. They could regulate heat, protect its surface, and even contribute nutrients back. This isn't just biology. This is symbiosis on a massive scale. But that leads to a bigger question. What happens when a Pokémon doesn't just support life, but becomes part of the food chain itself? Now look at Scolipede. Unlike Torterra, there's no balance here. No ecosystem, no harmony. Scolipede is built for one thing: efficiency. Its body is long, segmented, and armored. Each segment moves with precision, allowing speed that shouldn't be possible for its size. But speed isn't the most dangerous part. It's what's inside. Scolipede's structure resembles real-world arthropods, which means it likely has an external skeleton, segmented muscle control, and distributed movement. This allows it to move fast, stay stable, and strike with control. But the key feature is chemical. Scolipede doesn't just attack physically, it uses toxins, and not just for defense, for control. Its body likely produces venom that disrupts nervous systems, slows reaction time, and weakens muscle response, meaning the target doesn't need to be overpowered, just destabilized. This is important, because it means Scolipede doesn't rely on strength, but on biochemical advantage. And that changes how it hunts, because if something can control your body without touching you directly, is it still a fight, or is it already over? Scolipede wouldn't rush blindly. It would observe, wait, track movement patterns, then strike fast, not to kill immediately, but to inject. After that, the biology takes over. The toxin spreads, the target slows down, reactions become delayed, balance disappears, and at that point, the outcome is already decided. Unlike traditional predators, Scolipede doesn't need to chase for long. It lets time do the work. And this is where the contrast becomes clear. Torterra supports life. Scolipede disrupts it. One creates stability. The other creates imbalance. But both are doing the same thing at a deeper level. They are shaping their environment, not by accident, but by design. And that's what makes this truly interesting. Because once you start looking at Pokémon this way, they stop being creatures and start becoming systems. Torterra isn't just an organism. It's a moving ecosystem. Scolipede isn't just a predator. It's a biochemical weapon. And if both of those can exist, then the question isn't what kind of Pokémon they are. The real question is, what kind of world would allow them to evolve this way?